Hey Splusters! If you are like me, you're a total marketing geek with a flair for the rebellious. I have this nasty habit of avoiding popular but saturated tactics or platforms because I always want to be on the cutting edge of the next big thing. Better than that, I want to be creating the next big thing. There's a reason why Forbes magazine has named me as a style influencer. I love watching markets evolve and predicting what big trend is coming next. Hi, I'm Katelyn, the founder of Squads. Squads is an online mastermind community for women entrepreneurs. And this is Squad Life, our weekly mini-series where I dive into the ups, the downs, and the of entrepreneurship. Okay, so let's talk about trends. I've never loved following the leader. I've always wanted to be forging new paths and finding disruptive new ways to shake things up. And this mindset has its pros and cons. On one hand, being a trendsetter means that you can stand out from the noise. But it also means that the market isn't always ready for your big ideas. For instance, when I started working on my first failed tech company, Swapskis, over 3 years ago, I had a really hard time selling potential investors on the size of the infopreneur market. And if you don't know what an infopreneur is, you are not alone. An infopreneur is anybody who makes money by selling information on the internet. This often includes online training delivered through online courses, video, worksheets, or ebooks. The vision for Swapskis was to build a skill-swapping platform for women entrepreneurs. Women are starting businesses at the fastest rate in history, and my plan was to give them a platform where they could save money and build their portfolios and network by swapping skills with other entrepreneurs. It was a win-win. And while swapping would be free, we'd make money by selling online courses from other members and partners. Courses on things like copywriting, web design, and social media marketing. That way, if you couldn't find somebody to swap skills with, you could buy an online course and learn to DIY. At the time, peer-to-peer online learning hadn't really taken off the way it has now. Influencers like Marie Forleo and Derek Halpern were still building their following, and the traditional business world didn't even know they existed. I spent literally days looking for data to show just how big this market was and how massive it would become, but I couldn't find it. The world of infopreneurs was still so new that there weren't any statistics on it yet. As a side note, interestingly, it's still pretty new. I met with executives from Time Magazine and MasterCard in New York a few months ago, and when I talked about the world of online entrepreneurs and how Marie Forleo had started a movement, they were stunned. Even though Marie Forleo is on Inc.'s fastest growing companies list, she lives in New York City, like these executives that I met with, and she hangs out with Oprah and Richard Branson on the regular. The traditional business world didn't know she exists. And so that's the downside. Sometimes when you're on the cutting edge of something, it's hard to convince people just how big it's going to be. But looking back, I also made a critical mistake. Rather than pivoting our strategy and looking for investors who did understand this world and knew how big it would become, I pivoted our business model instead. And that was the beginning of the end for Swapskis. But that's a whole other story, and if you bribe me with wine and nachos, I'll tell it to you sometime. So let's get back to the topic at hand. What are the 3 trends that I predict will evolve and continue to dominate in 2017? And what do they all have in common? As I've been saying for a while, I believe that conversation marketing is the next big thing. Conversation marketing is basically what it sounds like. It's finding new and innovative ways to talk to your current and prospective customers. Now, if you're building a traditional business where you do sales calls and interact with your customers in person, you're probably like, big whoop. Of course I talk to my customers. But hold on to your hat, because this is going to apply to you too. And if you're building an online business where you serve customers from all over the world, this will be even more relevant, especially if your business model is based on you growing a large audience to be successful. Like if you plan to sell an online course or you want to get people into a membership program. Okay, so what are the 3 trends that need to be part of your marketing plan in 2017? The first one that I predict is going to be huge is direct message advertising. Facebook is already partnered with Shopify to allow Shopify users to continue conversations with their customers directly through Facebook Messenger. And Facebook is currently testing a new type of ad with a call to action to message the business through their Facebook page. We use a live chat app on our sales page for Squads, which is similar to what Facebook Messenger is proposing. And 80% of women I talked to over live chat ended up signing up for Squads. That's the power of live conversation. As direct message advertising evolves, so will the need for managing the demand. Not all businesses have the resources to make direct message advertising a viable strategy, and not all questions require a totally personalized answer. For instance, questions about pricing or product features can be answered simply by directing a customer to the right information on your website. And this is where chatbots are going to come into play. Facebook is already investing heavily into AI, and I predict that you'll see them release chatbots as part of their Facebook Messenger advertising suite by the end of 2017. So, what are the next two huge marketing trends? You'll have to tune in next week to see. This is the first of a 3-part series. And if you want to be the first to know when the new video goes live, join our mailing list. Go to www.squads.vip/list to sign up. Now I want to hear from you. What do you think the next 2 big marketing trends will be? Comment below. And as usual, if you enjoyed this video, please share it with your squad. Thank you.